Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Luan, for those of you who are joining me for the first time. I'm trying to get my videos in on my way to work, and maybe as soon as an inspiration drops, so that I don't forget it and I don't lose the essence of it and the fullness of it. I think when you get inspired, you tap that straight away. I guess sometimes you can take time to savor it and simmer on what that means and get the relevant scriptures and so on to support that. And then sometimes I do come back with another video after I've gone into thought about it a little more and I have more to add. But I feel like it's important when I get the inspiration to just hop on and just share that. So I'm here this morning on my way to work, and what I was thinking about this morning was exhausted prayers, and that's the only way that I can say it, because this morning during my devotion time I thought about praying about marriage, and then I thought, well, no, because I've decided to kind of place marriage on the back burner, for want of a better expression. Not that I don't desire it, but I'm always going to desire it. It's a desire of my heart that I believe was placed there by God. But in terms of asking, begging or haggling with God for it, as I feel like I've done for the past, 10 to 15 years in my prayers for marriage, I've just decided that the prayers have gone up, the faith has gone up, the fasting has gone up, the vows have gone up, everything has gone up to God in regard to my desire for a spouse and a mate, along with the collective prayers of other beautiful women like yourselves who are believing God for the same thing. It's gone up. The prayers have gone up. So I feel that I've come to a place where I have prayed it out. I have exhausted the prayers in that area. And so with that off the table, I'm allowing myself to see what other things can find space in my heart that I have been ignoring or not been able to see, that I need to focus my prayer on. And so that's what I mean with I've exhausted the prayer. Not that I'm exhausted, although I do feel that way, but that the prayers are exhausted. And then I thought about scripture. Are there any scriptures to support where you've prayed for something? I mean, I've seen scriptures about pray without ceasing. That means that you're continually praying about this thing. But is there any scripture to support having prayed and then just leaving it? I believe that there is, and I need to, I'm thinking about a scripture that alludes to praying and then having done all to stand. That's a song. It's not a scripture, but I know that there are scriptures that allude to such, and if you know of any, you can put it down in the comments so that we can share on that. But I feel like I'm at the place where I understand that God has heard the prayer of all of us desiring marriage, and maybe it's time to see what else is in that heart space in terms of desire, what else God is asking us to believe for. Well, asking me, let me say that a lot of the inspiration, I think, comes it's for me first, and then I share it. So I share it like, oh, God is saying this, that, and the other, but he's actually talking to me a lot of the times. And a friend reminded me of that earlier this week, that a lot of the things that you're sharing, God is actually trying to tell you. And that's so true. So God, I I hear what you're saying. So I'm at that place where I'm looking at, with marriage of the center, my hair is gray and I've got to accept that. Yeah, so with marriage of the center, I'm looking to see what are the other things that God has placed in my heart that I need to pray for and focus on, and that's a process, you know. Giving up one thing, or feeling like you're giving up something that you desire so much to see what else is there. It feels very hard, but God being God, we know that He's never one to take away something without replacing it with something even better, because that's just how He is. We know that from His ways. Let me walk and not be late to work. So yeah, saying all this to say that when we've prayed, is there a place where we have reached a point where it is enough and God is going to do the rest, or do we continue banging on? You know, I'm just putting that out there because I don't have like a solid position on it, but I have chosen to kind of not be banging on about it because I feel like I've asked and said everything that I could. So yeah, so that I thought I'd just share that this morning, so that we can continue to think about that. And that's for those of us who are waiting extremely long. That's those of us in our 40s, 50s, and there are even women in their 60s believing God for marriage. And I don't think that God will not do it. I think that He will do it, and He wants to do it. It seems incredibly long and pointless to wait until you're 60 to get married, but you know, God's ways are definitely not our ways. It's higher, it's wider, it's deeper than anything that we could ever think or understand in the present, you know. My hope is not that I would get to my 60s without being married. I hope, you know, it would be different for me, but again, placing it and understanding it that it's already been prayed for. God knows the desire, and He's given the desire. It's His will to fulfill it, and you know, it's safe in His hands. And let's see what else God is going to allow us to believe and pray and seek His face for. You know what I mean? So yeah, thank you so much for sharing your time with me. Like and subscribe, share this video with someone who needs the encouragement. I encourage myself as I encourage you. God bless you.